Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Thursday, July 11th, and the energies in the day adds up or induce to number 8 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. When it comes to the spiritual guidance, we are being guided by the bear energy, and the bear energy always brings me into seasons and cycles. I think about the hibernation process of the bear, and when I think about the hibernation process and seasons and cycles, it always brings me to the thought of preparation. And when it comes to, say, today's energy adding up and reducing to number 8 vibration, the number 8 also deals with seasons and cycles. The number 8 energy is connected to Saturn energy. And Saturn deals with time, and Saturn is in the sign of Pisces. It's in a place where our dreams are being realized, or we're able to see things a lot more clearly in order to realize our dreams. And it doesn't have to be a dream as far as like, oh, I dream to be a singer, dancer, or whatnot. A person might have a dream to have love in their life, romance in their life, and things like that. And with Saturn helping them to realize that dream, say Pisces might be in a place in your chart, Neptune, or maybe you have certain planets in the 12th house or a sign in the 12th house that causes you to see relationships and connections through rose-colored glasses, and before kept attracting, say, a certain kind of people or the same kind of people over and over and over again. And I mean, you are the common denominator, not saying that it's your fault, you're broken or something is wrong with you. But with the Saturn energy in Neptune, it helps you to see maybe how you may have been perceiving things, why you may have been open to inviting certain people in opposed to, say, others. And, you know, this might go for career, it might go for goals, it might go for abundance. With the Saturn in retrograde energy in Pisces, wherever Pisces, Neptune, or whatever is in your 12th house, you're able to see those things so much more clear. And from being able to see things more clear, you're able to take your power back. Because I feel like when that Neptune energy is untapped, it's like sleepwalking through life or walking through life with blindfolds on. And with that Saturn retrograde energy, it's like the blindfolds are off. And with the blindfolds being off, like I think of the number 8 energy dealing with systems and cycles. And this is where we ask ourselves, like, do I keep this thing going, or do I need to take a step back and redefine what my definition of success is when it comes to this thing, and set new goals to get a totally different outcome? Or out of fear, do I keep going even though, you know, I'm not happy with the way things are and I want something else? And the number 8 energy helps us to take a look at the systems and the cycles that we're in and be honest with ourselves. Do we keep this going? And being in an 8th year, the year 2024, that's a big emphasis on this year as we go about our day-to-day life and doing what we do. There are different things that are coming up that's bringing certain aspects of our lives to our attention, forcing us to decide, like, do I need to do something different, or do I improve things and keep moving forward when it comes to whatever it is that I'm doing? And today's energy is ruled by Jupiterian energy, of course, because Jupiter is connected to Thursday, and Jupiter is in Gemini. And with Jupiter entering into Gemini, Jupiter has been in Gemini now for like over a month now or something like that. I don't remember exactly when it went in, but not too long ago. And with Jupiter now in Gemini, like that brings a level of optimism when it comes to the way we think about certain things. I know certain Geminis in my life, I'm seeing the glow up that they're going through from the Jupiter energy, and it's really, really good to see. It's refreshing and positive to see. So with wherever Jupiter is in your chart, in the sign of Gemini, it's bringing a level of optimism. It's like a new perspective when it comes to, say, the house, which is the area of life that it is in, and optimistic about ourselves also when it comes to expressing ourselves, because Gemini is ruled by the sign Mercury, and Mercury is an expressive energy. So optimistic about the way we're expressing ourselves, or even optimistic about relationships and connections we have with certain people in our lives. That Jupiter and Gemini energy can also cause for a rekindling, new connections. I mean, connections from the past coming in, and an opportunity to have something different. But I mean, we can only have something different if we're going to do something different. So this is where we ask ourselves, you know, if we're going to give something from the past a chance, it's like, what are we going to do this time different this time around? First, what happened, why things fell out, and what are we going to do different this time around? Or anything in your life that you choose to revisit from the past, you got to stop and ask yourself, what am I going to do different this time around to make the most of this situation? But yeah, with Jupiter being the ruler of the day, Jupiter in Gemini, big emphasis energy on being social, big emphasis energy on connecting with others. Jupiter is squaring Saturn in Pisces, so there's this avoidance when it comes to time alone, when it comes to reflection, or even wanting to be bothered with time per se. I think of like, say, someone just wanting to be free. It's like, I'll come when I come. I think of it also as like being in a relationship where it's like both people are, it's like a non-monogamous relationship is what I would get from like Jupiter and Gemini squaring Saturn and Pisces. It's like, I just want to come and go as I please, and you could do the same. I don't want to be restricted where time is concerned. That's how I would perceive the square between Jupiter and Gemini and Saturn and Pisces. So this could be within your day today. It's like certain things come up, and it's like where time is concerned, it might feel like other people aren't respecting your time, or other people might perceive you as to not respect their time. And it's not personal. It's just, there's this need of wanting to be free. And Jupiter in Gemini is positively aspecting Pluto in Aquarius, which brings this openness to transformation and uniqueness when it comes to the different groups of people that we're associating with. I could see how some of us are finding ourselves connecting and meeting people who are different, but people who resonate with you when it comes to deep, transformative type of interests, I would say. And Jupiter in Gemini is also squaring Mercury in Leo. Jupiter in Gemini is positively aspecting Mercury in Leo. So there's this confidence to say whatever it is that you want to say, and say it with your chest. And I always say, just because you could say it doesn't mean that you should, because words could easily be misunderstood or taken personally when it's not meant to be. So just ask yourself, is it really necessary to say what it is that I want to say? If it's necessary to say what you want to say, you know, say what you need to say. I think that's like a John Mayer song, say what you need to say what you need to say. But Mercury in Leo does square Uranus and Mars in Taurus. When I think about the Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus squaring Mercury in Leo, it's like the mind doesn't want to focus on the old way, the old, boring ways of doing things. And it's like, that's the last thing that I want to think about today. That's the last place where I want to focus my attention. So definitely when it comes to today's energy, there's a big emphasis on change. So this is where we look at where we are within our lives and the cycle that we're on, and we question, do I want to keep things going when it comes to my relationship? Do I want to keep things going when it comes to my lifestyle choices, the way how I eat, the way how I exercise, whatever it is that you know, whatever cycles within your life that's standing out to you, or all the cycles in your life, you know, it will be beneficial to reflect and ask myself, like, how can I improve this and make it better, or do I just need to stop this? Those are some questions that comes to mind. And today Venus enters into Leo, and with Venus entering into Leo, I like that energy. That's where we value the expressing ourselves. We value being seen. We value being heard. We value that inner child, that childlike expressive energy. That's super important. It sucks though that that Venus entering into Leo is opposed by Pluto in Aquarius, because it would almost feel like to love myself and focus on myself is offending or affecting the group in some way. And that sucks. But you know, this is where we have to remind ourselves that we've been conditioned to put everybody else first. And if you really care about others, you would love on yourself, put yourself first, fill your cup up so that you can approach them with that kind of energy, opposed to, you know, not being able to take proper care of yourself, but then also worrying about others. That's just a recipe. That's just a disastrous situation when I imagine it in my mind. And the moon is in Virgo. And the moon is a part of a trine. It could have been a grand trine, but it was almost a grand earth trine, because the moon is in Virgo. Uranus conjunct Mars is in Taurus, but Pluto is not in Capricorn, it's in Aquarius. So with Pluto in Aquarius, positive aspects is being made between, say, the moon and Virgo. The moon in Virgo is where we're nurtured at the thought of being of service. We're nurtured at the thought of helping. We're nurtured at the thought of being practical and doing things that make sense. And with moon in Virgo positively speaking to Pluto in Aquarius, this is where I am nurtured at the thought of transforming humanity. I am nurtured at the thought of transforming and helping the group. And moon in Virgo energy also positively speaking to Uranus conjunct Mars and Taurus. It's like, I want to transform my stability and the things that I value. I'm motivated to transform my surroundings, my stability, my security and values, but transform it in a way where I could have more freedom. But I feel like with Virgo energy positively aspecting that, I feel like it's like there's this need for change and innovation and freedom. But with that trine energy, and I'll always say this about grand trines, like grand trines are positive aspects, but the issues that I have with them is that a person will be so comfortable in their situation to the point that there's never enough challenge to change or better their situation. So when I look at the trine between moon in Virgo, Uranus conjunct Mars and Taurus, and Pluto in Aquarius, it's like I want to transform these groups and communities, be of service, create more stability and security for myself. Things are already set up. So when I look at this aspect, this trine aspect, I think of the person who's born into a situation that's already set up for them to do the work. So even if they wanted something different, it's like everything is already set up for me to do this work and to make a living. And because everything is set up for me to do this work and make a living, even though I hate doing it and I don't want to do it, I'm so comfortable here. And, you know, because you're so comfortable there, even though you hate it or even though you want something different, the comfortability that comes with that grand trine energy, to me, causes a person to stay stagnant. It's like you're so comfortable within your situation to where there's no growth. There's not enough challenge to grow. So I feel like when it comes to today's energy, like today is the 11th. So the number 11 is creative, expressive energy. It's that artistic genius energy. We have all these grand ideas, great ideas of how we could see ourselves in the future. And, you know, we're thinking of the different cycles or systems of our lives. We want something different. We want change. But at the same time, there's certain things in our lives that make us feel so comfortable to where you would have to go against the grain in order to create change for yourself. You would have to do certain things that will make you feel insane. to create change for yourself. And doing certain things that will make a person feel insane, creating change for themselves, is like someone walking away from their amazing corporate job to go pursue something that's in their heart that doesn't even pay that much, where it's like everybody around you is looking at you like you're tripping, but on the inside it's like, even though it pays so much over there, I can't breathe when I'm there. You know, so to me, that's like going against the grain. It's like everybody is looking at you like you're tripping, but on the inside, it's like, even though it's beautiful and it pays well, I can't breathe. So when it comes to the tarot, we have the Three of Cups in the reversal position. And I feel like when it comes to these energies, the Three of Cups in the reversal position brings me to the feeling of like, you know, the celebration is delayed, or like, yeah, the celebration is delayed. And I feel like this is a good thing. It brings me to what I was saying just now about the person who's in a situation that is perceived to be a good situation, or someone else might perceive it to be a good situation, but they'll feel like, I can't breathe in that situation, I need to be out. So it's almost like something is delayed, but I feel like the thing that's delayed is kind of guiding you when it comes to the steps that you're on. Like, you could be on the right path when it comes to your goals, your ambitions, and things like that, but things are stagnant, and the stagnance of things might have nothing to do with the path that you're on, but there's a block or there's a clog because of perception, because of psychology, because maybe, say, growing up, you developed certain survival mechanisms that worked when you were younger, but now those things are working against you, and it's a matter of like shadow work, reflective work, that's necessary to get to the root of certain beliefs that may have protected you before, but they're not working for you now. So it's like, you could be on the right path, but certain things need to be adjusted within you to be able to see all the benefits of the path that you're on. So I feel like somebody needs to hear that, because somebody might, you know, be trying to pursue a certain path, and it feels like, okay, I'm pursuing this path, but it seems like nothing's working, and I don't want to go back to where I'm coming from, and I trust my intuition to come to this path, but you know, something doesn't feel right. And it's like, maybe that thing that doesn't feel right is you're being called within yourself to understand and address some things within you. You guys, it's always a pleasure sharing these messages with you. Hey guys, I want to share with you 7 benefits of getting a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session. The first one is understanding your internal programming. The second one is becoming more clear about your purpose and passion. The third is setting goals for success. The fourth is awareness of strength and areas of improvement. And the fourth one was foundational for me, because whenever you're aware of your weaknesses, no one can use them against you. And when you're aware of your strengths, that makes you unstoppable. And that is why I say self-awareness is a superpower. The fifth benefit is removing obstacles. We first have to become aware of a thing in order to remove it in the first place. The sixth benefit is understanding relationship dynamics. We don't have to change the people in our lives. We have to become aware of ourselves and start from there, and everything changes. And the seventh benefit is upcoming transits, if that's something that you would like to look into because you're planning for something or you just want to be aware. So if you're interested in booking a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session or learning more about it, the link to book or the link to send me an email for questions are both within the description box below. If you'd like to check out my Patreon, where I share exclusive content, the link to check out what's happening on Patreon is in the description box below. Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a pink heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.